Alright everybody, what did she say? Time to find out right now. She said, well, I mean, if you're not scared, you're just gonna have to prove it. At this point, my dick is celebrating. It's lighting off fireworks, it's throwing up streamers and confetti. I mean, it's organizing parades. Mardi Gras ain't got shit on the festival my dick is throwing right now. So, I'm like, proof? You want some proof? Fine, I'll give you some fucking proof. And I did. So I unzipped my pants and I just went, come fucking get it. And she did. And she did. Now, throughout the rest of this, I got to use very delicate terminology, so I'm just going to say she did. And I'm feeling like the scum of the earth right now. I'm feeling all sorts of horrible and shitty. I bet my dad is so proud of me at this point. Well, actually, no, probably not, because he would have gone straight for it immediately as soon as it was offered up. So if by some chance he's watching this, I'm not even going to give you a low. I'm going to give you a nice resounding fuck you, sir. So, yeah, it's happening, isn't it? So I'm thinking she's just going to finish the job and I'm going to pass out feeling very ashamed of myself. Does that happen? No, it does not, because that is when Chunk gets off his fat ass, waddles up around behind her, and starts participating. So now, not only am I getting my first blowy, but now I'm also involved in my first three-way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my night of firsts. So this is going on for about 15 minutes or so. And all of a sudden, he makes eye contact with me, which was weird, and he nods. So I nod. This is us non-verbally agreeing on two things. One, it is time to switch spots. And two, if you go left, I go left. If you go right, I go right. We do not cross paths. We do not cross the streams. If we do, this friendship is over. Now, I'm not proud of any of this by any means or what happens next. But I am pretty damn impressed that this happens without saying a single word. Not one single solitary syllable was said throughout this entire transaction, and it went approved. That's impressive. So, now he's in front and I am in back. Now, obviously, they're husband and wife. They might be used to having unprotected sex. I'm not. The previous 3 times I've done this, I had protection. So, it was just like, I'm really kind of hoping he's going to go, hey, John, do you need something? Because I, like an idiot, thought to myself, well, I'm staying at a friend's house this weekend. There's no way I'm going to be having any sex. So I'm not going to bring anything. So I didn't bring anything, so I'm hoping he's going to offer me something. But does he offer me anything? No, he doesn't. So I'm just like, well, I guess I got to go in bare. I got to go in dry, in a sense. So this is another first for me. So I do. Not going to lie, kind of liked it. So, I mean, that's when it kind of happened. That's when the innocence kind of goes away. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, I had a curfew. So whenever I'm hanging out with friends and all of a sudden I look down at my watch and it's like, oh my God, I had to be home like a half hour ago. Holy shit, I got to get home. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Fuck. And like maybe a minute or two after I have that freak out, I have that bad thought of, I mean, well, since I'm already out, I'm going to get in trouble anyway, so why not stay out and enjoy myself? So now in this situation, I started thinking, I don't want to be here. I shouldn't be here. But since I'm already here, why not go all out and have the time of my life? So that is exactly what I did. I mean, the previous 3 times, I was slow, I was sweet, I was sensual, I was all other nice words that begin with the letter S. Was I this time? Hell no! because my last remaining ounce of innocence had been ripped from me forcefully. So this time, oh no. This was the day the beast was born and I was a complete savage. So I just went all out. And she started making all sorts of interesting noises that she was not making with him. So I'm leading to believe that I was doing a good job, because amongst none of this was the word no or stop. So obviously I'm doing something good while doing something very, very, very wrong. So this is going for like another 15 minutes until he looks at me again, and this time it's less awkward. He nods, I nod, we do the old switcheroo. So now I'm back up north, and he's now in back, and all of a sudden those interesting noises stop, which leads me to believe he's doing a far inferior job than I was doing, and that makes me happy. Boom! So this goes on for like another 15 minutes or so. They don't call it whiskey dick for nothing. But there's one thought that has yet to cross my cerebellum. Not how do I finish this job, because, well, I've interacted in some sort of fashion 3 times before. I know what's going to happen, but I haven't quite thought, where do I finish this job? But I'm not feeling the tinglies yet, so I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, like I said, we looked and we nodded, and 15 minutes went up. We did the old switcheroo, so now I'm back. About 10 minutes into that round, she's making the noises again, which means I'm doing a far superior job than he's doing. That's right. The beast is in beast mode. So, about 10 minutes in, I'm getting a case of the tingly. So it's like, ooh, good. Because I'm literally going as fast as I can to get through this so I can go to sleep. Because I'm done with this. I'm done. I've been done since about an hour and a half ago. So I just want this over. I want it done. I don't want any part of this anymore. So, like I said, the tingly started tingling up. And I'm like, okay, I'm almost done. So now I have to figure out, where am I going to finish this job? Well, I have 3 options available to me. Option A, and I have to use very delicate terms here again. I can leave the site and evacuate on the rug, permanently ruin it, because suffice it to say, some shit just don't come out. Or option B, I can leave the site and evacuate on her, which seems insensitive to me. Because that would just be like, hey, thanks for the hospitality, thanks for an interesting weekend. Now clean yourself up, you fucking slob. Like I said, insensitive. I don't want to do that. So option B is like clearly out. Then there's option C. I can finish the job on location. Now, there's a chance she might be on birth control, but that's not a set of dice I'm comfortable rolling. I'm 19 years old. I don't need a kid, especially one with my good friend's wife. That is an entirely new realm of uncomfortable, and that no man has ever even come across yet. So, no. And awkward. So that's not happening. So option C is out. Option B is out. I'm going to leave the site and evacuate on the rug. The least I can do is just apologize afterwards. They didn't give me anything. So about 5 minutes later, he looks at me. He nods. We do the old switcheroo. So all of a sudden, I'm now in front. He's now in back. And now the tinglies are getting even tinglier. So it's like, okay, so this is where I'm going to finish the job. Okay, grand. So now I have to figure out, where am I going to finish this job? This time there's only 2 options available to me. A, I can do the classic thing and lift her head up and evacuate on the rug. Or option B, I can finish the job on location. Now, I have known quite a few close female friends and close female coworkers that have told me stories of when they're chowing down on their male counterparts, and when the time came, and so did they didn't say anything or do anything, and they got the proverbial shot in the mouth, and all but one hated it. Not only did they hate it, but it pissed them off massively. So I'm like, well, even though that one liked it, because she said she loved it, I'm like, I don't really like those odds, and I don't want to piss her off. So we'll go with option A. Just, again, evacuate on the rug. That's it. But then I started thinking of a few arguments. And we will present those arguments in evidence form. Exhibits, if you will. So first we have Exhibit A. She said she wanted to get more involved in what we were doing. Now, I had been taking shots in the mouth all day and all night, albeit different kinds. Her husband, Chunk, has been taking shots in the mouth all day and all night, albeit different kinds. And she has not had a single drop of alcohol all day or all night. So if she wants to really get involved in what we're doing, she would have to take a shot in the mouth. Exhibit A, done. We have Exhibit B. This woman is a freak. She obviously has no problem being with two guys at the same time, so maybe she might not have a problem with this happening. Exhibit B, everybody. Now we have Exhibit C, and I gotta be really delicate with this one. The tunnel, or no, not the tunnel, the train was in the tunnel during a plumbing leak, and now the train is in another tunnel where there are buds. Boy, if you guys aren't getting this, I'm going to feel really stupid. Taste buds. So, obviously, if she doesn't, well, now I just kind of have to say it. If she doesn't have a problem with her own juices on her tongue, then maybe she might not have a little problem with a little hot dog water. Who knows? So that's option C. Now we have option D. She kind of deserves it. I mean, after all, they both deserve this because they have robbed me of my innocence. They drugged me to get me to participate in this. And yes, they did drug me because, ladies and gentlemen, alcohol is a drug. So they drugged me. So they drugged me to get me to do this. They got me nice and drunk to participate, and she mind-fucked me, so she kind of deserves it. Now, I could dispute one or two of those facts, but not all four. So fuck it. That's it. I've made up my mind. Option B, shot in the mouth. It's happening. So that is when the tingles got even tinglier. The tingles got at their tingliest. Things got fuzzy. Things got hazy. And I finished the job. Now, I'm willing to bet that I didn't finish the job the way you all think I did. No. Because, remember everybody, earlier when I said that when I took that last shot, I felt like I had to barf. And that sensation to barf merely went into hibernation. Well, much like hibernation season ends in real life, and much like hibernation season ended earlier when he came back, so did the urge to barf. And, well, I guess I'm just going to come right out and say it. When I say I finished the job, I don't mean I finished the job by blowing my load. I finished the job by blowing chunks. That's right, I barfed. Let's go ahead and let that sink in for just a minute. There we go. There we go. So that's right, I threw up. Now we can all move on past that. So, now, something else we need to discuss. Normally, when you barf, you're not really aiming. It's kind of like a simple straight shot down Main Street, which is where her head is at. Unless, of course, you're aiming for like a toilet or the bushes or anything that's not the couch. But normally, like I said, it's a simple straight shot down Main Street where her head is at. Well, don't worry, everybody. I did the classy thing and aimed my head to the left. I just wanted to make you guys think I barfed on her. I totally didn't. No, I aimed my head to the left. So this is where it gets kind of vulgar. I'm kind of going to reenact it. So as I'm sitting there and she's just doing her thing, it was kind of like, oh, man. That was so good. There we go. I threw up so much. Oh my God, I've never thrown up that much in my entire life up until that point or even since. And that was 12 years ago. Holy shit. I made an even bigger mess on the carpet than I originally anticipated. It was so bad. My God, it was embarrassing. So, now that I've sufficiently and effectively killed the mood, they cleaned up the mess. Well, they stopped. I don't know if he finished. I don't really care. But they cleaned up the mess. They cleaned up this mess. She put me away, and they put me on the couch. Now, I am not proud of any of that by any means, but what I am damn proud of is what I said to her afterwards. Because after they cleaned up this mess, she put me away, and they put me on the couch. I had the audacity to look that woman in the eyes and ask her, was it good for you too? Now, I don't remember what she said, because at that point I realized just how soft that couch was, and, well, I passed right the hell out. Now, Saturday's over and done with, thank the fuck Christ. So, did they go and finish? Probably, they're freaks. So, the next morning, Sunday, I wake up at about 4:30 in the afternoon. I don't know what time any of this all went down, pardon the expression, but I wake up at 4:30. Are they awake? I don't know. But I wake up, and I turn the TV on, and about a half hour later, Chunk comes out there. He goes, John, I went, Chunk? He goes, how's your hangover doing? I said, honestly, I think the embarrassment of what happened last night is punishment enough. I think God saw fit to spare me a hangover. He goes, you're lucky, man. I got a killer hangover. I said, serves you right for putting me through everything you put me through last night. And he goes, yeah, sorry about that. I'm like, you could have just asked me. And he goes, well, what would you have said? I would have said, no. What do you think I would have said? Hell no. And he goes, well, yeah, but then wouldn't it have been awkward? I'm like, and this isn't? And he goes, good point. That's not a good point, Chunk, you asshole. Shut up. I'm done with this. I'm done with this weekend. So, and Sugar never came back out. I never saw her again. I don't know if she was still sleeping. I don't know if she was too embarrassed to come out. Sugar, if you're watching this, first off, hello. Second off, if you were embarrassed, you shouldn't have been. I'm the one that should have been embarrassed, because I'm the one that blew Chunks, okay? If I was in your position, if I was a girl and I blew somebody until they barfed, I would brag about that shit until I was blue in the face. I'd call my girlfriend immediately the next day and be like, girls, you gotta never guess what happened. I was with Justin last night. I blew him so hard he barfed. Like, I would just brag. I'd brag. So, don't be embarrassed. I'm the one that should be embarrassed. Now I'm telling the world. I don't care. So, don't be embarrassed, Sugar. So she never came out. I never saw her again. So, that's when he just goes, well, it's getting kind of late. I should probably take you back to the barracks now, huh? And I said, well, Chunk, let me answer that question with the following limerick. As I look down and stare at the stain and the mess I made upon your floor, I'm horrifically reminded of the horrible events from the night before, and as a result, I wish to no longer be here anymore. So that being said, yes, please take me back to the barracks. And he goes, a simple yes would have been good enough, but all right, dude, get your stuff. I'll take you back. But I was nice, and I'm just like, say goodbye to your wife for me. I don't know if he did. But as I did say the nice thing. So as we're having this horribly awkward car ride back to the barracks, he goes, so we probably shouldn't tell anybody at work about this because of the whole, adultery thing. And I went, dude, you do not have to worry about me telling anybody at work about this, because yes, that will be on their mind, but I'm telling you right now, the whole, adultery thing, I'm pretty sure will be the absolute last thing on their mind, because everything that comes way before that will be jokes about how I blew Chunks while your wife was barfing me, so do not worry, I won't tell anybody. So Chunk, if you're watching this, hello, and fuck you for what you did to me. You are responsible for me turning into this. You robbed me of my innocence, you son of a bitch. So, that is that. I don't want to end this on an embarrassing note. So, remember everybody when I said one of my creeds in life is to find positives in every negative? Well, there's two positives in this situation. One, this came, pardon the expression, this came not too long after this all happened. I thought golden rule number 2 was broken, clean in half. But then I started thinking about it, and it's like, well, rule number 2 is not really broken, it's just slightly warped. Because, yeah, I was involved, she was married, and things happened. But not only was her husband cool with it, but her husband was in on it. So, rule number 2 is not broken, it's just warped, so now I can live with myself comfortably, thank goodness. That's one positive thing, but the other positive thing, the big positive takeaway from all of this, is I don't know if you guys were paying close enough attention because there was a lot going on at the time, but remember, prior to the blowy announcement, I said that final round was unbeknownst to me the final round. Remember that? I made that shot. Not only did I make that shot, but he drank that shot. Yeah. So that means I won. I won the legendary game of quarters where we were using Everclear. I am a god amongst mere mortals in the realm of quarters, and all it cost me was my innocence. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this. I greatly appreciate it. I had a blast, believe it or not. Being completely honest with you, like I said, I want to give this a real go. I want to try and do something with this, so this is obviously my first shot, kind of like a practice round, so to speak, until I can eventually get to Charlotte and get on a stage and do it that way. So guys, if you haven't joined the Bomb Squad yet, what are you waiting for? Join the Bomb Squad. Like, share, and subscribe. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know how I did. I need feedback on this one, guys. More than anything else I've ever done, I need feedback. Let me know. Am I just the biggest pig in the world? Did I go too far? Am I a victim? Did I not go far enough? Well, I probably won't hear that one. But was it funny? Was I stupid? Was it not funny? Let me know, please. Am I a god? Do you embrace me? In quarters, at least. So that is it. Let me know, please, because I'm going to Charlotte as soon as I get a car. And when that happens, this is going on stage in front of everybody, and I can't wait for it. So leave me a comment. Let me know how I did. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, as always, I am your man, Crazy Juan, and I'm reminding you all to forever and right now stay classy.